Hi everyone, welcome back to the Poke Podcast, the number one podcast for the collectors. I am Poke Chloe.
And I'm Poke Dean.
And it is Brilliant Stars release week, guys. As you can see in front of us here, we got some ETBs. We've even got some blisters lying around as well.
We've been waiting for this
We have been desperate for Brilliant Stars.
For so long, and it is finally here. So if you guys are opening up packs, hope you get the best pack luck and you get the cards that you want. I mean, there are so many chase cards.
I mean, I feel like with this set, everyone is going to have the luck. I don't feel like anyone is going to be disappointed. I don't think I've seen or heard of anyone yet opening up booster boxes mainly where they haven't had some of the best hits. We have got alternate arts. We've got gold. We've got the whole trainer gallery.
It is insane.
We are sport for choice and there is a lot going on. So I was very lucky and I was able to open a booster box last night on stream. So obviously by the time this comes out, I'm talking about Wednesday. Yeah. So it was crazy. I've got some of the pulls in front of me. I'll show you them in a bit. But I was a bit overwhelmed because it was just like hit after hit after hit. And I was like, is it going to end? Is this normal?
Peak too early.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a set that I feel like we've all been waiting for. But then I worry, what's the rest of the year going to look like? And how are we going to... What does it mean for this set? Because obviously, if we're overindulged now, is that going to affect it?
Like you said, has that set the bar for 2022? We kind of spoke about this in like a previous episode. Did. But like, I think what the thing with this set is that it is the first main set in a while. I guess you could probably say Vivid Voltage was the last time but not even Vivid Voltage to be honest, because it was just one type of card. But this is the first time where a main set is like a holiday set because we have another subset in it.
Yeah, there is so much going on.
And I don't see Pokemon. Actually, we say that. Remember, in VMAX Climax, there was like 70 cards of the trainer galleries. And with Brilliant Stars, we've only actually got 30 of them. So by the looks of it...
We've got the watered down version, I suppose
But like, from what it looks like, most of the sets in 2022... are probably going to have the trainer gallery cards in them. So we're going to have those chances. Like I saw, was it Rev or someone saying, it doesn't matter what code card you get. Yeah. Because we're so obsessed with, we see a certain colour code card. And I know the code cards have changed now since Fusion Strike, but you see a certain colour code card and you're like, I know what it is, yeah.
It doesn't exist in this set. It doesn't exist. You could get anything from any code card. There's no right or wrong with it. It is just...
But from what I've also gathered, obviously in 2021 we had Celebrations, we've had Shining Fates. I'm guessing that Pokemon have seen how much people have loved those sets because it has the shiny vault. It almost has like two chances of getting something in the reverse and the last card slot.
It draws people into the set a lot more, I think.
So from what we've seen is that Pokemon must go, right, people love the fact that you can get two chances of getting a card. Let's do that in the next sets for 2022 because...
And my God, have they done it?
Yeah, like how hyped are we to open this? Like genuinely, we absolutely are enjoying opening the set. There are so many good cards.
So many good cards. I mean, I bought some of my cards in from the booster box I opened. And just like, for example, I think I got 14 hits in the box. But like, I will quickly show you. You're not going to be able to see perfectly well. But these are like the... trainer gallery there. We got the character cards. We got Houndoom, Jolteon, Ariados, Alchemy. Got one VMAX, got a Rainbow, got a full art trainer, got a Charizard V. And then I opened some blisters as well. And I mean...
like, could your luck get any better?
Gold and the alternate art Mimikyu VMAX. And I was just like... The blisters were as stacked as the boxes were. And I kind of wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, a lot of people say that the 3-pack blisters are like the one to go for.
The product to go for.
Yeah, because the luck's really good. But from the other thing to think about is like, so say the trainer gallery is like a mainstay for 2022 sets.
Yeah,
like,
going forward.
What are Pokemon going to do to beat that? Do you know what I mean? Like, like... Are they gonna do like we've spoken about
that a few times?
Like there's gonna be a point where they're gonna have to do something that's better than having a trainer gallery or like this seems to be the new standard format for this year. I could be wrong. We're only one set in, but they still have another 40 cards to kind of fill for trainer galleries to make up for.
I feel like when we think what can they do next, they come up with something. So I feel like whatever it is, it will be good, I hope. But I feel like we've been spoiled with this set. The only thing I would say though is I've spoken to people who have opened the ETBs over booster boxes and some of them have had nothing in a whole ETB.
Really?
So I feel like just from experience and actually like real world experience, other people, telling me what they've hit, booster boxes and triple blisters might be the way to go. But then I think I saw Deep Pocket Monster get his Alt Art Charizard V from an ETB.
And didn't Rev open quite a lot as well?
He did open quite a few ETBs. I wasn't sure. I only dipped in and out of his stream, so I wasn't sure what the hit rates were like compared. But I mean, yeah, I was not disappointed. I just keep looking at all the hits. I was like, I just don't even know.
And we were actually, I forgot to mention, this is a little bit of a spoiler, so
spoiler alert.
Apologies
spoiler
if
alert.
you don't like spoilers, but there is a new card coming to the TCG, and I did mention like what they're going to do next. I forgot to say there is a new card coming, kind of like Amazing Rares. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Right, okay.
They're called Sparking Pokemon, which there is pictures. So if you do want to like see what they look like, just type in Sparking Pokemon cards, and I think they're coming to the next set, which I think is called like Battle Legion in Japan or something. I was
going to say we've already had like. Before Brilliant Stars comes out, we already get teasers as to what's after Brilliant Stars. I'm like, slow down, guys.
Yeah, but
I one thing at a time.
I think like we're getting a new type of card that's kind of like Amazing Rares, but a little bit different. Right. And it does look really cool. So, I keep going back to it, but Pokemon are definitely doing things. They're kind of just switching it up, keeping it fresh, and doing some really cool stuff.
They really are stepping it up. And like the other thing I wanted to talk about, just looking at the cards in front of me, like last year when we had the likes of Chilling Reign and even like Evolving Skies, the quality control was not great.
Oh yeah.
Severe off centering, the cards just not great in general. But I feel like already they have heard, they've
stepped up.
Yeah, I feel like there's been improvements that we've been waiting for, and I just feel like not just the set itself and all the cards, I just feel like the quality in general. I just feel like we've been spoiled.
We've been blessed. We've been very blessed.
Is the way to go, definitely.
In terms of like a sealed product, I actually am a massive fan of like how this just looks like, even the ETBs as well. I love the colorways. That's the
next thing, like not even just the design of the ETBs, the booster boxes, the pack art as well. Like I just feel like it is one of the most standouts. They just haven't
missed a single thing with this set.
I wonder if I've got so I mean you can't really see, but the pack art is just
we've done pack openings on our video on our channel. So.
Yeah, I did. You did yours, and then I've done a stream as well. So and I'll be doing more.
And there's also a special version on the Pokemon Center website.
Yeah, the ETBs. So they're normally slightly different shape and the
different
design
shapes,
as well.
different sizes. I think you get a few more packs as well.
Yeah. I think there's 8 packs in these ETBs
and 10 in the others.
Yeah.
So I mean, in terms of like if you're a sealed collector, definitely think you should definitely pick up some of these because they look absolutely insane. And there are different variations as well, which is really cool. And it actually seems to be becoming a bit of a standard thing now, like a Pokemon Center exclusive.
And so people like that as well.
Yeah, I think it's a nice little chase for people who just enjoy collecting sealed products. But yeah, the quality of the cards is really good. The chase cards are amazing. Like this set just doesn't miss at all.
Not going to get bored of opening it. Not going to get bored of it.
Which comes down to my thing of how much do you plan to open?
I mean, well, I've already got a couple of streams going on my channel.
Yeah, same. I think between us,
we're gonna open quite a lot. I like with anything, you don't want to overdo it in the beginning. You don't want to go absolutely crazy with it and then just like oversaturate, overindulge. But I don't see people getting bored of this very quickly.
Either. I
feel because there's just so much available.
I also feel like this is a set that a lot of people are going to want to master set. So even if there's like a new set out, people will come back to it and go, oh, do you know what? I'll pick up a couple packs because I'm trying to complete it. So like you said, I think it's definitely going to be a mainstay set for 2022.
Starting off the year strong, definitely.
But like you said, we're both going to be doing box breaks. I think we got a lot of box breaks planned with this set.
We have. Going back to, we're not overindulging.
But we're gonna spread it out a little bit. Yeah. But we also have a bet. I don't know if we mentioned it on. I think we mentioned.
Did
it on
we mention
it
last time? I think we did.
I think we did. We're going to be racing to see who can pull the Rainbow Rare Charizard first. So if you're Team Dean or Team Chloe, let us know in the comment section.
Hashtag in the chat.
Who do you think is going to get that Charizard first? I mean, I feel like our Charizard luck's been pretty decent, like in different sets. You've got a lot of Shining Fates, Hidden Charizards. You've got a lot of Hidden Fates Charizards.
Darkness Ablaze as well recently has been. I think we've had 4 now, maybe 3 or 4. So
and then I've got the Burning Shadows one.
Oh yeah, I mean that's.
And I recently pulled the Hidden Fates one too. So we're kind of it could go any way.
And I've got the Charizard V, but yeah, the rainbow is what the bet is for. So let us know in the comments who you think is going to win that bet.
Hopefully me.
We shall see. We'll probably know by the next episode. Well, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Well, all it needs is for us to get a God box, because as we kind of touched upon, some of the boxes are ridiculous.
I think I saw one where someone got the Charizard V Alt Art, the Arceus V Alt Art, and then the Gold Arceus in one box.
Yeah, it's like
one
what?
box. Like what?
How is that possible?
I don't know.
I'm almost certain I saw someone get the Rainbow Charizard, the Full Art Charizard, and the Charizard V-Star as well, which is just like that. Could you get a more perfect box? Like genuinely, like that is crazy. So
wow,
I'm very hyped for this set.
Yeah.
Happy Brilliant Stars release week. I mean,
we're finally there. Yeah. We are finally there. We've waited a long time for this. We've been talking about it for ages as well.
We've literally been like, we want this set to come out. We need this set to come out.
Honestly,
like, we just want to open it. And let us know in the comment section as well, guys, like your best pull. We asked what's your favorite chase card. Maybe you've pulled it. If not,
I'm sure lots of you have opened already.
Yeah, so. I'm sure there's just so many amazing pulls. I remember that I've just had no luck so far. I may have uploaded a video by the time we've recorded this, so my luck might have changed. But so far,
might have won the bet.
You might have won the bet as well. So
yeah, because we're both. By the time this episode comes out, I'll have done a stream. You'll have done a stream. You'll have done a video. Yeah.
Oh dear.
The potential is endless.
But yeah, hopefully you guys will be able to get your hands on this as well, because I feel like it's not going to be as difficult as 2020 Boom Pokemon and 2021
no,
Pokemon as well.
I feel like more people have got their hands on this set, and it's not even release date yet. At the point of us filming this, release date is tomorrow, Friday. Yeah. And I've seen countless people open boxes, open packs. Like, it's been crazy. So I feel like the supply is going to, well, we'll soon find out over the next week or so with what people are saying.
Okay, well, that's enough Brilliant Stars.
So there it is in all its glory.
We are super, super hyped for it. Hit that like button if you're hyped for it too. Yeah. But some big news regarding Pokemon today, actually. It was today, right?
Yeah.
I believe it
may have been late last night or today, yeah.
When we woke up, we saw some big news, which is the 24th. Is it 24th today? Yes, it is the 24th. A world record sale for a Pokemon card, which was a PSA 7 illustrator, which went for, I think you said 3. It was $900,000, which is ridiculous. $900,000. All the zeros, guys, all the zeros. The one thing I would say at the point of us filming this, we don't know that it's been paid for yet. So it has sold yet, but the transaction, I don't think has been completed yet. So again, by the time we get together next week, we'll probably know. But $900,000. That is so close to $1 million.
Yeah, it makes me sweat a little bit.
It just makes me think, what would a PSA 8 or 9 go for?
I mean,
that was only a PSA 7.
It's huge. It is huge. And, you know, the fact there's people out there that have that to spend on a I mean, I know the illustrator, it speaks for itself, but it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. So yeah, hopefully we find out that the transaction, whether it gets completed or not, hopefully obviously it will. But yeah, and I believe it was Golden Auctions. I think it was Golden Auctions.
It was.
So yeah, huge bit of news. I mean, it's been I've seen it all over Instagram. What that will do, because I think we spoke in the last episode about the market and how, like, you know, for example, the trophy market, obviously conveniently timed, won't affect, you know,
PSA prices,
or
the normal, or the big
sort
market.
Of main set market. There obviously it's two different. We spoke about the umbrella, you know, two different areas of Pokemon. It's that sale. It's not probably going to affect your PSA 10 Blastoise, but will it bring more attention to the hobby because there's been this record-breaking sale? Will people see that you know aren't interested in Pokemon maybe, and you know, will that sort of news sort of get out a little bit more maybe?
It even might like draw people to the trophy market.
Yeah, because that's where they might think that's what, you know, the money is.
Yeah, like literally.
Right, what is this? What does it mean? Why are people spending so much money on it? And then they work out that it's its own area.
Market,
it's its own market within the Pokemon hobby. But yeah, I think it will spark interest. But like I said, when it actually gets paid for, then we'll know whether it's
legit,
whether someone, accidentally hit
I
that
added too many zeros.
bid higher button and they didn't mean to. But yeah, I think people will. I think when there's anything record breaking sale wise in, doesn't matter what hobby or what area of anything it is, people are interested. They want to know why people are spending so much money on something, what it is, what it means. So like you said, I think will it bring
more attention,
and maybe some more wealthy investors if they're looking to branch out, I don't know, into the,
I guess it also it sets the bar for that card, right? I mean, like no one who's got a PSA 8 is going to go, well, that's bad news. That's 900,000 for a 7. Mine's at least 1.5, or I don't know. I'm just making up a number, but like that is now the baseline potentially for that card. If we know that's the, I mean, I just can't in my head comprehend $900,000. It's Is that what you could buy with 900 grand? How many Brilliant Stars packs could you buy? You get a couple master sets for that. We'd be drowning in Brilliant Stars. But also like the fact that it went for that amount of money, it's just absolutely crazy that we're in a bit of a dip in the market, but those sort of cards are going up. They're not dipping. Yeah, not dipping at all. If anything, they're going up. Like, so it just goes back to what we were saying yesterday in last week's episode. It does feel like yesterday. Yeah, if you haven't checked that episode out, definitely check it out if you're interested in the market. But yeah, like, we touched on it quite a bit. It just doesn't affect certain things because of how rare they are and just how much they can go for. Yeah, and it's a completely different umbrella or different area within the hobby. Yeah. So what we maybe deal with a lot on Open has no effect, and vice versa, and they're different markets as such within the one Pokemon. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, the overall type of thing. But okay, that's but 900 grand. I still can't get my head around it. If you've got that money on your credit card, good luck to you. I wish I was you. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, moving on. So there is, I believe, CollectorCon this weekend. Has it? Yeah. So it's coming up, but by the time this is out. So we're filming this on a Thursday. I don't know what day it starts, whether it's Friday or Saturday, and then how many days it runs for. Obviously, I think most of the card shows here in the UK are just a one day thing, but obviously I know you guys in America do it bigger and better. So it's in Florida. And I'm really jealous, and I wish I was there. We both do. We both wish we were there. Should we just book a flight? I mean, if I hadn't made so many recent purchases, if the bank balance was healthier, we'd be on a plane literally tomorrow. But yeah, so speaking of CollectorCon, seeing lots of like promo. Obviously, everyone posting on Instagram that they're going. There's some crazy box breaks happening. I think I saw Island Grown and Blake Martinez are doing a shadowless break. There's going to be what it's been advertised as, and don't kill me if I'm wrong, the $1 million box break, and I think it's a first edition base set, a Yu-Gi-Oh box, and a MetaZoo as well. All first edition type things. Yeah, obviously Yu-Gi-Oh I'm not as sure, and I think it's a MetaZoo Kickstarter. So yeah, that's all going to be happening. Yeah, I don't know whether it's all going to be done at once or sort of what the format is, but whatever platform it's on, I'll definitely try and watch that. But yeah, I just feel like we've spoken about it before. There's a lot that happens in the States. They've got card shows left, right, and centre, and they're not just card shows. They are events. Yeah. Like they are weekend long. There's lots going on. People travel across the country, and it makes a big deal out of it. Yeah, and it's something we want more to happen here in the UK, like getting everyone together, getting the community together, and we're actually going to a few events this year. So we're going to the UK card show. I keep getting confused now because we've got the UK card show, the London card show. They're very similar names, so it's easy to get confused. So yeah, the UK card show we will be at on the 9th of April. Yep. At Tottenham Hotspur's Stadium. And then I think the London card show is at the end of April. Yeah, we're going to just double check. We're going to confirm. Yeah, we're not 100% confirmed on that one. And then in September, we'll be at the Cardiff card show, which is in Cardiff, obviously. And I'll actually have a stall there. When I say Chloe's Card House, my TCG stall will have a stall there. But we were talking about that at these card shows, we're actually planning to film content, sort of meet up with people. Maybe do some pack battles. Just do some really cool stuff. So if you ever want to go to an event, if you've never been, maybe these are the cool ones to go to, because we're going to be there, and hopefully we're going to do some cool stuff that you can get involved in. So
yeah, and it'd be really nice to meet some of you guys in person, because obviously we speak to our subscribers and followers a lot, but it's always online.
Yeah.
We rarely, like I said, there isn't a lot of opportunity where we can see you guys face to face in person, and especially if the show is being held near where you live. For example, like we said, we're going to be in London for 2, or the London area for 2 of them, but the one in Cardiff, we wouldn't normally just be popping to Cardiff on the weekend. So it'd be nice to be able to meet people there. But yeah, make sure if you are there, come and say hi to us. Open some packs together, like we said. We'll probably film the whole thing, and then the one in September, I'll have a stall. My stall will have a stall there as well. So
your stall's got a stall.
My stall, is that what I just said?
You said my stall's got a stall.
My store will have a stall. my stall's got a stall.
That's pretty impressive.
That is really impressive.
Just a picture of a stall with a stall
on a stall.
Yeah.
So there'll be a chance for you guys to, buy product, and obviously hopefully by then we'll have a few new sets out as well.
And we might even bring some stuff that we don't really get to show people. So
potentially, if we're also, obviously the ones where we don't have stalls and we're not selling ourselves, we'll be going to potentially buy and maybe trade with other people. So there isn't a chance. We'll definitely be bringing some of our own cards, our own collection as well. Yeah. Because I know you went to the London card show end of January.
End of January, 29th it was.
When I had #COVID. And you picked up some nice...
Picked up some two really nice slabs. I got the 10th movie promos. I got the Lugia in a 9, PSA 9, and I got the Celebi in a PSA 10. Shout out to Cinder Cards, because he gave me a bit of a deal on him, which was really kind of him. But yeah, that was really cool, because I genuinely that's the thing with those sort of events. You can turn up. I had no intention of buying them. I've never even really gone, do you know what? I want to buy that for my collection. But I saw them in person. I thought, these are actually really, really nice cards. So ended up getting them. And now they're in my backdrop on my video. So nice. It's really cool just to see some cards that you might not know you want, sort of thing, if that makes sense.
And I think seeing them in person as well always helps. And obviously you can get... whoever's got a stall, you can maybe take a look at things, hold them yourself as well, and you'll work out whether that's something you want to...
Might even be able to do a trade as well.
Exactly, yeah. So I think we'll, like I said, definitely be bringing some of our own collection, our own cards, even some other product as well, for potential trade. So again, if you are there and maybe you're not even a stall, but you have something that you might want to trade, just bring it. You don't know what might happen. I know that both the card shows are going to be not just Pokemon though. I think I know when you went to the London card show,
it's sports heavy.
And I think that's it's going to be lots of TCGs. So
it's also a good thing though, because you might be into other TCGs, so it's a best of both worlds, or it kind of helps you get in that front door of checking out a new TCG.
And just meeting other collectors who maybe don't collect your TCG and you don't collect theirs, and then you might find common ground. And again, like you say, be able to maybe gain a bit more knowledge about something that you maybe didn't think you might be interested in before. So I think it's really, really good that we're starting to see more of this year. I think what I would say is, had the COVID pandemic not happened, we probably would have seen more of it. But we were restricted here for the past 2 years. We haven't been able to have these big events and these get-togethers. It's been masks and 2 meters and 10 people in the same area. So people say, and I've said it a lot, that I don't feel like much happens here, but I feel like we were really strict here for a long time, and we didn't necessarily have the opportunities. And maybe if even things were in the works, a lot of things ended up getting cancelled.
I think America also kind of had just a jump start on us. They've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
At a big scale.
And I feel like they know how to put a show on. They're doing. Yeah. And that's going back to, it's not just a one day few stalls. Do you know what I mean? It's a full on event spectacle, and there's
Jason Page turning up,
getting the Pokemon theme song. There's a lot, and there's PSA go to a lot of them, CGCA Beckett maybe, and you get the likes of Whatnot there. There's normally main stages, and there's always not that doesn't happen or is not going to happen at the UK ones, but I feel like it's just on a different scale, on a different level. So hopefully us going to these ones this year, it will give us a better idea of the UK scene, because I feel like there's not as much collaboration.
Yeah, no, definitely.
With regards to the UK community, a lot of the time.
I feel like the more we go to as well, hopefully just because we do it on YouTube and sort of things, it just brings more. If we vlog it and we kind of show people what happens at these events, it might just bring some more eyes to it, and then through that, I'm not saying we're going to bring loads of eyes to people, but like just maybe accidentally, it might just bring some more exposure and more eyes to the sort of shows that are going on in the UK. So, I mean, I think it's going to be a really cool experience going to these ones this year. Like, I've already been to one. You're going to, we're both going to one in April as well. So it's going to be like really fun to do.
Yeah.
But I think like this year is the UK tour. 2023. We got to try and do some American ones.
Wait, is it 2023 next year?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know. We got to do some American. We got to go world tour. We got
world tour, guys. #, world tour.
So if anyone wants to like invite us to some American events,
we need to save our money
or pay for some flights. I don't know. I mean, if anyone wants me to just
We're available.
Check this out for a flight, I mean, we'll happily do it. But yeah, no, like hopefully we're at the like end of the whole pandemic and the world starts getting back to normal and we can just kind of do all these kind of cool things.
Yeah. You say the world getting back to normal. This week's probably not a good week to talk about.
We're on round 2 now with everything that's going on.
The pandemic wasn't enough. We're being taken to the next level. But yeah, like you said, as things are changing and we're living with what we've, dealt with over the past couple of years, hopefully it'll be easier to travel, easier to do these things, and going to mainly the States, because that's where a lot happens. We both want to be able to get there more often, meet other people, other collectors, and also do collaborations with other people as well that we just wouldn't cross paths with otherwise, because I don't feel like a lot of people come this way a lot of the time. I feel like we're more likely to head in their direction, shall we say.
We're more willing to make the effort, maybe. But I mean, there's a reason why. But well, the other thing is that if Wells happens, that's another chance for potentially people coming over here, which would be really cool.
Amazing. We could be able to meet a lot of people as well.
We could all do a massive TikTok or something. That would be pretty good, wouldn't it?
Because I feel like we've never, like I said, we just don't get to see many. It'd just be me and you every time. They'll be like, are these guys?
Literally, is this all there is?
A bit of variation.
Yeah, literally.
So yeah, more events this year. We're going out more. We're putting ourselves out there more, hoping to meet a lot more of you guys. And also we want to kind of start creating some more exciting, not that our content isn't exciting, but some different content that you maybe haven't seen from us before. Some unique
content that we can bring to you guys that maybe isn't being brought on the platform, which we don't exactly know what that is yet.
I was going to say, I'm confidently telling you we're going to do this new content that you've never seen us do before, and you've never seen us do it because we don't even know what it is. So watch this space.
So yeah, just keep an eye out, because hopefully something will happen. Yeah, literally.
But again, suggestions from you guys is great as well. If you guys have anything that you think, I've never really seen anyone do that in the hobby, with regards to YouTube or whatever, we're open to it within reason, obviously. It's
kind of like what I wanted to do. I still kind of plan to do is like the whole thing I mentioned in the last episode with the TCG playing side. Like,
yes, that's something you're gonna.
I want to go to like I think I mentioned there's an event happening in Liverpool. I still need to kind of work out when that is and how to get involved. But just like, even though that's not really doing to do with like collecting, it's just still another side of the Pokemon TCG that people may not know of. And I think like, I know there's a lot of people who watch that actually play as well. If you don't play it, I highly suggest you trying out the game, because it is actually so much fun. And I was saying to you, it's just a really cool way of meeting people that you just genuinely wouldn't meet out in like day-to-day activities.
You're coming together for the common interests, or everyone likes the game or the hobby or whatever.
Yeah, and I went to my local game store and I've met a load of awesome people through it. Like I've seen them twice now, and like, it's just one of those things where you keep going, you kind of like get to know people more and more, and they're just genuinely awesome people. And like,
the social side of the hobby is really good as well, and I think it's important that we try and get out there as much as possible. And like you say, whether it's actually playing the game or going to these shows, doing content with other people, just sort of always doing something. And like I said, this year we both want to step it up a little bit and do some different things. What those different things are, I've got no answer for you yet, but we'll figure it out, and we'll work out what that is. But talking about back at the card shows where you said you made some purchases, that can lead us into the next topic we wanted to cover, which was what we've been buying recently. I don't think we've really spoken about this much since we started the podcast, because I feel like there's always been something going on. There's always been a drama, or there's been a new set coming out. So we haven't really spoken about what we've been purchasing recently. So is there anything exciting?
I'm so poor at the moment. I'm so poor. I've been just buying so many. Right. So I've been buying a lot of booster boxes recently because obviously we both do box breaks. But I want to do some boxes that I don't see many people doing at the moment or haven't done for a while. And I just kind of want to spice up the channel and do some unique stuff. So I've been buying a lot of booster boxes ranging from Sun and Moon era all the way back to X and Y era. Some really cool stuff I've kind of teased on my channel. For instance, I'm going to be doing a Roaring Skies box break soon, nice. Which has got some really cool cards in. And yeah, I've just been traveling. I actually yesterday traveled all the way down to Bournemouth, which is like southwest of the UK. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hours away from me, and purchased 7 booster boxes off a guy.
Now we know why you're so poor.
Yeah, but no, he was a really nice guy. His name was Dan, and we managed to strike a deal, and it was just cool going down there. It was only a short stay. I only stayed for like 10 minutes, but it was nice just talking to him. He's like, was really into Yu-Gi-Oh! We were talking about Dragon Ball Z, which is another anime I love. And yeah, just bought some really nice booster boxes, which I'm hopefully going to break with you guys on my channel. But yeah, it cost me quite a lot of money.
Arm and a leg.
Yeah, so I've just been basically just buying stuff to put on the channel.
Yeah.
So with the box breaks, obviously Brilliant Stars is I'm going to open some for myself, but also do box breaks like yourself, because I do genuinely want to do a master set of this, but it's gonna like it's a really nice dream, and then you open one and you go, I probably need to open like 10 more of these.
It's a nice dream, and it's probably going to stay a dream as well.
Literally. How's your Evolving Skies master set coming
along? My goodness. So I decided at the end of last year, for some crazy reason, I thought, let's put an Evolving Skies set together. And the more I've thought about it logically, it's not probably a sensible idea, but I've started now, so I'm going to have to keep going. So by the time 2023 hits and we're on our world tour, we're going to stop and pause and go, I wonder how Chloe's Evolving Skies master set is coming on. Yeah. Not very quickly, I can tell you that. I think the problem is, I've spoken about it before, since I started a business within the hobby, I have put a bit of a hold on the personal collecting side of things and gone full force with the store, the business, the streaming.
Yeah.
You said you've bought a lot of booster boxes. I went through a phase trying to buy a lot of boxes, both modern and vintage, but it's not cheap. Like, no matter what way you look. With modern, we open large quantities. With vintage, we open one box, but they cost as much as, buying 10, 20, 30 modern. And yeah, so personal sort of stuff has taken a real, don't get me wrong, there are things I pick up for my collection on a fairly regular-ish basis, but not like I used to.
Yeah.
Like I said, the business side of it has become, it's just taken over everything. And with the streaming, like, I think that some people sometimes think we have this like little shop that we go to, like either in our loft or like just down the road, and it's just for us and we can just go and pick out whatever we want. We have to, if I'm not, like, for example, vintage, I haven't just, I don't get that from my distributor.
Yeah.
I just, I'll take 6 rocket boxes today, please. We have to spend time going out there, finding these products, getting them for the right price so that we don't bankrupt ourselves doing it, so that do you know what? There's a whole process, and you can go down a rabbit hole with it. But yeah, my personal collecting or purchasing has definitely slowed down, and I'm definitely like you, trying to get boxes. And
I would say though, from what I've seen with you, is that even though your personal collection slowed down, the stuff you are adding to your personal collection is like very cool and unique and maybe rarer stuff than probably if you were just getting stuff.
I'm being pickier now.
Yeah, if you were getting stuff all the time for your personal collection, you might just get something that's just a bit, I say, common.
Doing it for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Whereas now I'm sort of, if I'm getting something, there's
either something behind it,
or a lot more goes into it. It's not just a quick, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, we all get a bit crazy on eBay.
Yeah, I literally know someone the other day who bought a graded game that literally has like no like reference.
Has no relevance.
Yeah, relevance at all.
It's just
I literally was with him and he just went, I might buy that, and I went, why? And he went, don't know. And I've just got money to burn, apparently. So good luck to you with your graded game. I hope it hits the spot that you were looking for it to hit. But although I watch in 5 years that will go up to like,
and we'll be sitting there like, do you remember that graded game that we were joking about? But yeah, so I've been buying a lot of Brilliant Stars, obviously. Want to be able to do Brilliant Stars streams for you guys. So I've got booster boxes, ETBs, I've got blisters as well. So a little bit of everything. I've also bought, on the topic of blisters, some vintage or semi-vintage blisters in the past week or so from eBay. So Supreme Victors. I've actually got some Supreme Victors blisters from a different purchase I made, but I found some at a fairly good price. Obviously, single blisters, I haven't got one here as an example, but obviously it's not like a booster pack. It's harder to weigh because you have all the packaging and the plastic with it.
Yeah.
So I feel a bit more confident buying things like that a lot of the time on eBay. However, I did pick up a booster pack, a single booster pack. I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's for something.
Oh, Battle Styles.
Yeah.
That wasn't Battle Styles.
Yeah, I pick up single Battle Styles packs on eBay in my spare time. It's my hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought this single booster pack for. It's not a project, something I want to do a bit further down the line, and it was pictured like a lot of packs are on the scales, on the picture with the weight, fine. Bought it, advertised as, maybe slightly heavier. And when I actually got it, it's so I think it was 17.7 grams advertised like in the picture. It's actually 17.6. So even like, and it just goes back to the whole eBay thing. A lot of people always ask, like, I know both of us, should I buy on eBay? Is it safe? Should I buy on Instagram? Is it safe? Should I buy
safer than Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace, wherever you buy from. And I always say with eBay, with anything, doesn't matter where you're buying from, common sense, references, feedback, like obviously you get your buyer protection on eBay. But
the main thing I will say is, if it seems too good to be true,
it definitely is.
It usually is. So like, if you think you've seen something, like if I saw this and it was like £30, it's probably not an actual booster box of Brilliant Stars. So
But yeah, even when you think you've got all the information, like I said, seeing the booster pack with its actual weight, it's not always. I feel like unless you can go there in person and weigh those things out yourself, and you're using your scales, and you think you're more accurate than the other person. Not everything is what it seems, but you win some, you lose some. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, so like I said, I have been picking up a few bits here and there. I'm kind of working on some projects in the background. Like that thing isn't a project. What that booster packs to do with, it's just like I don't know what you would call it, a thing that I want to do with it.
Just a thought.
It's a thought.
Yeah.
That dream you were talking about.
Yeah.
It's a dream. It's a dream that's going to possibly happen further down the line. And then I've got some other projects I'm working on in the background as well. But again, that's all like the business side of it. So that's where a lot of my time and money has gone. Yeah. And I feel the help me, I'm poor. Situation at the moment.
I forgot to mention, I have actually bought some stuff for my personal collection. I bought some slabs actually of some really cool Pokemon, which I'll probably show on my channel at some point. So that was I think I bought, I want to say like 8 slabs, could be wrong, but there's some really nice cards, and I thought, you know what, like I've never had the opportunity to own these cards. I love the cards.
Yeah,
why not just like treat myself a little bit? If the opportunity didn't come to me, I probably wouldn't have done it.
Right, you wouldn't have gone out looking.
Yeah, I
for
wouldn't
them.
have gone out, but the fact that they were there, I just thought, why not? Let me do this.
That happens a lot. I feel like with eBay, you could be sitting there scrolling for hours, like most of us do, and you find things that you're not necessarily looking for, but because it's put in front of you, you're like, actually. And then it's like going back to the card show. If you like go up to a stall and like actually there's something sort of staring at you, you think, if I wasn't here today, I wouldn't be searching for this in my spare time, but it's there. I'll take the opportunity. I feel like those pickups are sometimes the more exciting pickups, the ones that you don't always plan to get. Might hurt the bank balance a little bit, but we've all got to do it.
Well, that's the thing now. I'm poor and I've just spent stuff. That's the other thing actually, probably, that because we now are like buying stuff for our business or for YouTube, it's like you take that into consideration. Like, for instance, I've just bought those slabs for me. I should be like really excited that I bought that for my collection, but now I'm thinking I could have spent that money on like more stuff for box breaks and stuff like that. So that's
where it becomes a little bit hard, because at the end of the day, like obviously it's our hobby as well. We want to still enjoy that side of it. So it's sometimes hard to separate the business. And should I have been doing that for the streams to make the content better, or should I just stop worrying about that and just enjoy what I actually own for me, like within my personal collection? Because I never want to like look at my personal collection and think, oh God, like I've really let that slip away a bit, or not put enough time or effort into it. And I just think yeah,
it's a tough one to balance out.
It's very tough. I think this past year for both of us has been kind of like crazy busy as well. And we're trying to plan what 2022 is going to look like. And yeah, I think we just both need to win the lottery or sell a kidney or something, because I just don't know how we're going to afford it at the moment.
It is getting...
I'm sure you can live on pot noodle for like a good 3 or 4 months if it came down to it.
What about puddle water? Can you live off that? I might go lick a puddle outside for a while.
I'm sure there's some like minerals or nutrients in there from the pavement.
Yeah, dog poo. That's what the mineral is. Got some grass in there or something.
Yeah, eat your greens.
Yeah, literally. So yeah, at the moment my wallet is feeling very empty. It's feeling my bank's feeling very beaten.
You'll have really good content, and you're, like you said, you're good. Dean, just
please come watch the box breaks. I beg.
Otherwise it's over, guys. It's over.
Yeah.
No, you, like you said, you wanted to open up some sets that we don't see open very often, switch it up a little bit, and I think that's fun. Don't get me wrong, opening up modern and open up this kind of like crazy new set that we've got, but like I said on my channel, we like to try and do a vintage or like mid-era box break once a month. It's nice to also do the sets we don't open a lot and just sort of like take a step back from, you know, what's going on right now, and appreciate some cars that we maybe fell in love with a few years ago or even longer.
And that's what I've experienced from, I've recently opened up Burning Shadows, which I've done before.
Love Burning Shadows.
I've done Sun and Moon Base and Sun and Moon Guardians Rising, which aren't the most popular sets. Like if you compared them to Burning Shadows, they don't come anywhere close. But what it is really cool is literally just going back and seeing the arts from these sets. Like you just find cars that you don't either know about or you don't remember. And we pulled the full art Sylveon from Guardians Rising, and it's an absolute beautiful card. It's literally the original art from the Hidden Fates shiny form, which is just really cool. And that's what I'm super hyped for the XY era boxes I have, is just going back and seeing the EX cards, because obviously we don't have EX anymore. We got Vs. You see the full art.
Reappreciating.
Yeah, there's like even... I actually, my recent video, I opened up... shout out to Abs. He sent me 16 booster packs, range from Fusion Strike all the way back to XY base. It wasn't every set between those, but just a few sets between those years, which was like all the way back to 2014. And I opened up an XY pack. I can't remember the set. I want to say Furious Fist. It probably wasn't Furious Fist, but I got a gold secret rare trainer.
I remember seeing the picture,
which you don't get in, well, you do kind of get gold secret rare trainers, but they're not like in the old, just like a normal trainer card. When in the Sword and Shield eras, you got like a full art version.
Yeah,
but
it's obviously changed.
It just looks really cool. Like it's a gold trainer card that you just don't see at the moment, and it's just like this is what it's all about. Just like opening cards that you don't either remember or just didn't even know existed. So
yeah,
like you said, like opening up boxes that are from different eras and just change it up a bit. Like we're gonna have so much fun opening these sets.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, we've waited. I haven't shut up about Brilliant Stars. Like,
but it's just nice just to switch up every now and then. And I'm also trying to get some vintage boxes, because obviously you've done a few. We've done one on my channel with the first edition gym challenge box, which was one of my favorite boxes I've opened.
Such a good box, right?
And I just want to do it again. Like I've got the vintage bug, but it is, like you said, very hard sourcing them. Like you have to either pay a premium just because it's so hard to get it,
or getting it from overseas, or
finding a trusted seller.
Yeah.
Like, because we don't know G.I. Joe packs. Like, it is
We're not going down that road, guys.
Yeah. It's very, very difficult. But hopefully in 2022, you're doing a fossil break in March?
Jungle break.
Jungle, sorry, yes.
And there'll be fossil coming to the channel, hoping to get a base box. I'm not going to stop. I really want a Secret Wonders box, but you guys are making it really, really hard. If you own a Secret Wonders box, can you just knock off a few $1,000s? Because you're making it unachievable.
Chloe will give you a pack. She'll give you a pack if you take $3,000 off it.
For free. For free.
That's a good deal. That's a good deal.
Honestly, I'm desperate to open a Secret Wonders box.
That'd be a great box.
I mean, it's a set, like, you know, that people are starting to catch on to and starting to hold on to those boxes and add a bit of a premium. And
well, that's one thing that...
like I need to fight someone for a box.
We've spoke about this, like, off the podcast or before we've recorded, and it's like we're starting to notice people are kind of like trying to buy a certain era. Like they're kind of like... people are trying to anticipate where people are going to be drawn to.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get on the boat before everyone else and try and like
and buy all the boxes before the rest of us can.
Which is like, I guess, smart if you're like investing type of
if it's purely
reason,
more financial than it is collecting.
But it's also in a period where like Pokemon wasn't producing as much back then because it wasn't as popular, right?
Yeah, so it makes it double hard when you are after these things, because then it's the price a lot of the time, and like you said, it's finding it from a trusted seller. A lot of them don't come up as often, so we want to be able to bring you some crazy content, open some crazy sets, but sometimes we are a bit limited, or it might just take us that little bit longer.
It just doesn't work out either.
No, I mean, the price you'd have to pay for some boxes, you'd have to sell the packs at 3 times what they're currently selling for. Now, no one in their right mind is going to overpay that much for a pack. So why am I going to overpay that much for a box unless I'm just keeping it in my sealed collection maybe? And don't get me wrong, there are some of the boxes I want to open, I want to keep in my sealed collection as well, but a lot of it I want to open on the channel. I get enjoyment out of opening these boxes. I've said this before, like we are so lucky, we're the ones who get to open these packs and these boxes for you, but there's only so much money I can spend without...
we don't want to like have to make you pay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to start busking on the street or something at this point. Like, we don't want to have to make you pay and us seem really expensive, and we're not.
Yeah, it's just what we've had to pay. It's what
we've had to pay. So we can't be left out of pocket every single time we want to get a vintage or mid-era box, just because it just doesn't work. So there are certain boxes that are harder to break, certain sets that are harder to break, unless you've had the box, sitting in your collection for a long time, or, you've managed to pick them up for a good price. But we both want to be able to bring a few different sets maybe we haven't opened before, or, repeat what we've opened. I mean, Supreme Victors was a great box.
Oh, I think we put everything we possibly could. We got every Charizard. We got the Articuno, which is a phenomenal card. Like, genuinely, I really want those birds graded.
3 birds, yeah. I'd like to open some more Neo this year,
Neo
but again, it's just getting the boxes.
I mean, Neo,
making sure there's enough interest as well. Don't get me wrong, like, we're not like someone like Rev, for example, sells his box out in 5 minutes. It
takes us 3 months.
Yeah, it's not as easy for us to. These are expensive things that we're selling at the end of the day. So we just have to make sure that we think there's enough interest. It's something that you guys want, and that we can do it and it be viable in all areas. Yeah. For you and for us.
Neo Genesis would be a great box.
Don't get me wrong. Don't. The credit card is crying in the other room.
Could you imagine putting that Lugia? Oh, that would be so... I mean... just headbutting my mic. That would be so good.
But like I say, just like bringing that to the... just bringing the content. There's so much I want to do and I can't afford.
I know. It's actually just too difficult.
Hopefully we'll be able to switch it up a bit this year, get our hands on some exciting things, and obviously as and when we do, we'll let you guys know. But yeah, I'm doing a jungle break 13th of March, and I'm taking it back to the first Boxy box that I ever opened on my channel. That was the first. I did a jungle break last year. That was the first vintage box I opened on the channel, so I thought we would do another one. Unlimited. I'd like to do a first edition as well at some point this year, but like I said, it's just getting my hands on the box.
That's an interesting thing as well, is like, do you think, like, I'd love to do first edition as well, but like, do you think there is much of a difference in demand for a first edition over an unlimited?
It's really, really hard. I have certain people that, I've said it before, that only sort of like get involved in my streams like only when I'm doing vintage, or only when I'm doing a certain set, or probably only if I do that set in first edition. I don't know if some of them would be interested in unlimited. Or going forward, like I think previous box breaks I did last year, I did like half the box sealed, half the box open, whereas going forward I'm going to be ripping all the packs from all the boxes, because it's too much fun. But yeah, there is different, like we say, there's different markets, there is different groups of people,
niches,
that people only buy modern, people who buy into everything. It's about obviously being able, not everyone can afford it. It is expensive. Like, I'm not under any illusion that these packs are cheap. They're not. But when I'm looking for boxes, I'm just looking to see what good deal I can get on whatever box that I think is going to be exciting for the channel. At the moment, I haven't always been, it's not first edition, so I'm not going to get it, or vice versa. it's really whatever comes my way at the moment is I'll take it.
I hear it. I literally hear it. Yeah, I'm trying to I think this year I'd love to do a base box, and I'd love
first edition.
Oh, could you imagine? I think the only way would be me stealing a box. I don't think I'd be able to buy one, but I would love to do a base set unlimited, and I think if I had the choice, it would be Team Rocket.
I did a first ed Rocket box last year.
I'd love to do that.
Great set, great box to open.
But hopefully, maybe like in the next couple of episodes, we might be able to update you if we've managed to find or get any. I mean, I'm definitely looking, but at the same time, I definitely can't afford it. So I don't know how it just doesn't add up. But somehow I've got to make it add up, which is going to be interesting.
We'll get there.
I enjoy the vintage box breaks so much. It's just because it's just so it's just so fun. There's just so many cars that you
loves
love.
It. Not that they don't love watching, all the more modern stuff, but everyone loves it. The hype is always like when I open Neo Rev, like I've been lucky, I've opened some heavy Neo Rev packs on the channel recently, like over a few streams, and it just makes me want to do another Neo Rev box break.
You've pulled 2 Shining Gyarados and like...
Yeah, so the Halloween break was a Neo Rev box, and I got the Shining Carp and the Shining Gyarados in one box.
I couldn't believe
2 Blissies, Ampharos, and then over the past couple of weeks we've had Suicune, Blissey, Ampharos, Shining Gyarados again, and a handful of other holos as well.
I think that Shining Gyarados is my favourite Gyarados.
Such a nice card.
It's amazing.
I'm actually going to be grading it for the person that I pulled it for as well.
If I had an unlimited bank account, I'd definitely get one of those in the PSA 10. I genuinely would get one for the collection because I think it's an unreal card.
Really, really nice card, yeah.
But it would be really interesting to see if... So obviously, we just mentioned grading. We've got the likes of... if you pull a really nice card in a vintage box, you can grade it, but it's still going to cost you like $100 or $150. It'll be interesting to see if PSA lower the price back down to 50, 20,
they open
10
the service,
hopefully as cheap as possible. Like, would people be more inclined to like getting in on more vintage stuff just because
maybe
you're ultimately taking $100 at the moment off of the value of that card just to grade it? So if it was worth 20 to grade, like you get more of a profit.
It's easier.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see if that actually happens. Like if people
piques the interest again,
want to get back into vintage a lot more, because I'm almost certain, like obviously the older the sets get, the more expensive the box is going to get.
Yeah.
Unless just the interest in the hobby completely dies. But yeah, I feel like if PSA managed to bring lower prices, I feel like a lot more people are going to want to go back into vintage just because the value's going to be there more. But who knows? I genuinely just... please. If anyone wants to give me a base set box for cheap, like, I will do anything. I'll do anything. Okay, I'll say that about I won't do anything. But I'll do a lot of things.
You'll do some things. It just depends. Like,
yeah.
I don't know where we're going with that.
I mean, I don't know about anything, but.
And then before we finish today, we want to talk about the podcast itself.
Yes.
And we mentioned it at the beginning. I think we're 4 or 5 episodes in now.
I think maybe 6.
6. I don't even know.
Who's counting? That was so much fun.
Who's counting? We want guests on this podcast. I think that is what makes some podcasts really interesting, really fun. Obviously, we are really interested.
What, you're saying we're boring?
We're really interested.
This is the number one podcast for the collectors.
We are really interesting. I just nutted my mic there. We're really interesting and really fun people. However, we would like to add some more spice to the podcast.
I feel like you just sold that so badly. I mean, if you're a marketing, you'd be fired by now.
It's a good job I'm not a salesman.
Yeah, what we want to do is we want to get guests on the podcast because we want to hear their stories. We want to hear their experiences. We just want to get involved with their life.
That's where I was going, but I just didn't word it
correctly. Yeah, so we're boring. Who do you want to see on the podcast?
I want to give the people variety.
No, I hear it. But as Chloe was saying, is that, we definitely want to get some people on the podcast. Obviously, with podcasts, it's really cool to have guests on and get their opinions on stuff. And we kind of want to hear who you would like to see on it. Obviously, we know a lot of UK people. We know a few US people. We want to branch. Like the main thing we said in episode 1 of this podcast is that we wanted to bridge the gap between here in the US and even the Australia is where you've got the likes of Unlisted Leaf. We know a few Australian YouTubers. So yeah, just bridging the gap between the countries.
There's no limit, because obviously UK people we can actually physically have here as guests, but overseas we can do everything virtually. So you can suggest anyone, anywhere, and we're open to everything.
I think the only thing we would say is English speaking, obviously, unless you're amazing at Chinese, Japanese, or Spanish. You hiding a secret talent.
Oh, should we just get rid of me altogether?
I can't speak Dutch, so I don't know any Dutch.
You're
YouTubers.
offending the Dutch.
Yeah,
already.
if I say anything, I'd offend them by accident. So I love the Dutch. I just want to say I love them. Beautiful country, beautiful people. No, I do. I always pack them really good stuff as well. Like if you're from the Netherlands and you're in my box breaks, I get you amazing cards. Amazing 100%. Cards. But no, if you do want to suggest any YouTubers, it doesn't even have to be YouTubers. Like it could be anyone in the Pokemon community. Yeah. They might do TikTok. They might do Instagram. They might be on some unheard app I don't know of.
Yeah, they don't have to be YouTubers. Yeah. We are talking anyone in the hobby that you would like to hear more about them. Like you say, if they don't have YouTube, it might be more interesting because those people who are maybe just more Instagram users or TikTok, maybe we don't see this sort of content where they sit down and talk about their collections.
Or maybe there's a celebrity or someone that you know is a hardcore Pokemon fan, but they don't ever like say anything about it.
Talk about it,
like, it'd be cool to get them on and just speak to them and like how they got into the hobby, like maybe they have a card that no one knows about or something like that. That would be really, really
We have
cool.
a few people in mind that we want to get on. But yeah, we would love to hear your suggestions and we'll try as hard as we can to get as many different people on throughout the year.
Yep.
And maybe we'll take the podcast with us when we go some places.
Could you imagine?
Well.
I mean, this desk.
We're not going to be taking this table.
You need 100 people to lift this desk. And I'm not exaggerating.
This is a great desk. Can I just shout out to the guys that did this desk? Complete stone. 10 out of 10, but it weighs a ton, so this is not moving. This is a permanent fixture.
We could take the sign though. That would work.
It's piped into the wall.
We could take a picture of the sign. You know, we could take a picture of it and stick it on the wall. We have
got a sign that we can take with us. Okay, so the podcast tour 2022, 2023, maybe.
Well, we're doing our US tour, so it could.
Oh yeah, 2024.
Yeah, it could.
I mean, we got the next few years.
Let's just see if we can make 10 episodes, shall we? Before we get cancelled, or someone just goes, no, we don't want 10
We're
episodes.
not interested in those guys anymore.
Yeah, but no, honestly, like we have some really cool plans for the podcast, like even getting potentially some of you guys on at some point, and you can show us your collection, or maybe we do like a review of people's cards or something like that. There's the opportunity is endless, and the things we could do is endless as well. So hopefully we can get some really cool stuff, get some really cool people on. Just have a good time. That's the thing why we made this podcast, is that we just want to be able to chat, just be ourselves, and just talk about things we love in the Pokemon community. And hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Like, thank you to everyone who's subscribed. And we
really appreciate it.
We've got endless amount of messages saying really enjoyed the episode. Had it on in the background. And we are going to try and get this
onto Spotify
as audio only, because I know some people have wanted that. It's just, I'm not the most knowledgeable person on that, so
we're winging this.
Yeah, it is. We're just hitting record
in a lot of ways. So yeah,
this
is all new to us.
Yeah, so
podcast side of things.
Hopefully you are enjoying it, and shout out to everyone who has been like spreading the positive vibes and stuff like that. Like it means the world to us. Like we wanted to do this for a while, and like the fact that we're actually doing it now,
and we've got the studio set up, and I mean a lot has gone in behind the scenes for this as well. We didn't just wake up one day and let's
I got a spare table. Should we do a podcast?
A spare sign that's just exactly what we wanted to. No, there's a lot of thought went into this before we even launched, because we didn't want to go in half-hearted and disorganized. And so we appreciate all of you that subscribe, that listen, and obviously we wanted to be able to deliver this sort of content because we don't really get to do this on our channels very much, because we're either streaming, opening packs, and we're always talking about what's going on right there in front of us. So we actually get to talk about the hobby, what we're doing, to speak with guests. This is the other side of it that we also enjoy, and it just gives us a good platform to be able to do that as well. Yeah,
it's a lot of fun, like genuinely loving it. So expect to see us a lot more, and maybe like if we hit 1,000 subscribers or something, we can do something Cool.
We'll do some sort of celebration,
Yeah, I don't know
what that is. Yeah.
We don't even know what we're doing next week. No. So we're winging it as always, but
we'll deal with it when it comes.
Yeah, and we're just happy you guys are a part of it. But yeah, I think that is going to wrap up the episode for today. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you have, always smash that like button. Please. It helps us out massively. Let your friends know about the podcast as well, Share
it out there.
Let's get as many people involved as possible. Be sure to comment your thoughts on Brilliant Stars. If you've opened it, if you haven't, what your overall thoughts are of it. And also, like we said, if you have any guest suggestions, let us know in the comment section.
And we'll work our hardest to get those people on.
Yeah, so until the next episode, I've been Pokey Dean.
I've been Pokey Chloe.
And have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Bye, guys.